welcome back, gamers. I am very excited to bring you an old game from my past, Ultima and the Ultima series. I gotta say, there is a lot of nostalgia here. It's definitely something that I have always wanted to do on my channel, so I'm bringing it here to you for the first time ever. It's a little bit of an older game. It was released back in 1991, and you can get it currently at www.gog.com or Good Old Games, and I'm going to play it for you. So, just to note, when I played this, I was quite a young lad, so mostly what I did back when I played this game was run around and murder people and steal their things. so you know, and there's only two faces, so that's basically our options. So we'll be this guy here, because that's us. So let's go. There. 'Tis horrible. I know, 'tis shocking. Who could have done it? I know not. He had no enemies, poor man. What is to be done? I know not. A rather large, familiar man looks up to see you. The shock is evident from his dumbfounded expression, quickly evolves into delight. He smiles broadly. Drax, if I did not trust the infallibility of my own eyes, I would not believe it. I was just thinking to myself, if only the Avatar were here. Then, lo and behold, who says that magic is dying? Here is living proof that it is not. Dost thou realize, Drax, that it hath been 200 Britannian years since we last met? Why, thou hast not aged at all. Yolo winks conspiratorially. He whispers, due no doubt to the difference in the structure of time in our original homeland and that of Britannia. He resumes speaking aloud. I have aged a little, as thou canst see, but of course I have stayed here in Britannia all this time. Oh, but Avatar, wait until I tell the others. They will be happy to see thee. Welcome to Trinzic. The distraught peasant interrupts Yolo. Show him the stables, my lord. 'Tis horrible. Yolo nods, his joy fading quickly as he's reminded of the reason he was standing there in the first place. Ah yes, our friend Peter here discovered something truly ghastly this morning. Take a look inside the stables. I shall accompany thee. Oh, Lord! Oh! All is not right in Britannia. Perhaps Lord British will know the reason behind this tremor. You see a middle-aged nobleman. Yolo, who is this stranger? Why, this is the Avatar, Yolo proudly proclaims. Canst thou believe it? May I introduce thee? This is Finnegan, the town mayor. And this is Drax, the Avatar! I simply cannot believe he is here. The mayor looks you up and down, not sure if he believes Yolo or not. He looks at Yolo skeptically. I swear to thee, it is the Avatar. The mayor looks at you again as if you were studying every pore on your face. Finally, he smiles. Welcome, Avatar. But suddenly, Finnegan's face becomes stern. A horrible murder has occurred. If thou art truly the Avatar, perhaps thou canst help us solve it? I would feel better if thou takest the matter into thine hands. Thou shalt be handsomely rewarded if thou dost discover the name of the killer. Dost thou accept? Sure. Peter knows something about all of this. The peasant interjects. I discovered poor Christopher and the gargoyle Enamo early this morning. The mayor continues. Hast thou searched the stables? No. Then I suggest thou lookest inside and talkest to me again. Yeah, the wording in this is kind of extreme. But anyways, this is Ultima 7. You may have seen it in the opening. I don't know if I showed that. So there's a lot of backstory, and I jumped into the first place that I thought would be like sort of interesting to watch. So this is the first one. Obviously not the first one, but it's the first one that I think that would be of any value. So, remember, there's me, the Avatar. Long story, I'm a cool guy. Coolest guy, really. Let's be honest. This is the town of Trinzic. I don't have a map or a sextant, so I can't really see much. But let's go into the stables. Yep, there's a dead guy here. He is super duper dead, and very much the fact that he is dead. And a bucket of blood. Very ritualistic. Here's the gargoyle. Got skewered. Very tragic. Not a whole lot. Some jewelry that I could probably sell, but I'm not gonna take it. I don't want that garbage. So now we got... So it's an investigation before they let us out of town, because it's the only town in the world that has walls. So we have to figure out why the flip someone murdered this dude. So let's talk to this guy. Art thou really the Avatar? Yeah, I am. My lord. There's a funny joke about, Ultima, where it's name, job, buy, because a lot of them games, when you talk to people, those are the only, your first three options is name, job, buy. It used to be, the game in the past used to be like an enter your own text thing, so those would be the trigger words, like name, and they'd tell you their name, job, and then that would sort of lead to other options and that sort of thing. So that they sort of continued it here, but without the input of the text. So, tell me about the murder. I discovered poor Christopher in an earlier this morning. I did not touch a thing. Made me sick, it did. Footprints. They doth lead out the back way, yes? They must be tracks of the murderer. His eyes widened a bit more. Or murderers! Okay, cool. Christopher, nice man. He made the shoes for mine horses. Enamo. He worked for very little money, did basic chores around the stables and the pub. I let him sleep in the back room. He must have been in the wrong place at the wrong time. Okay, cool. Goodbye, the man sniffs. Yep, super dead. Oh man, I'm so excited to play this. This game was so big, like, nostalgia is through the roof right now, and I've always said that love is a really big emotion, and nostalgia is a special kind of love, so... Where the flip did that guy go? I want to talk to him. Hey, buddy! Come over here. You see a salty old sailor who reeks of tobacco. What's your name? My name is Gargan, he sniffs loudly. What's your job, Gargan? I am the Trinsic shipwright. If thou wouldst like to know about a ship or a sextant, just say so. So I'm gonna probably read this all because I know people aren't fans of reading, and you can make fun of my accents because I'll probably mix them up and sort of mix it around in terms of what I'm actually doing. Gargan coughs, or I'll forget and I'll just talk in my normal voice. Whatever. Just get over it. Murder. I heard about that. Terrible things happen. Can't say I saw or heard anything, though. Gargan coughs, clears his throat loudly, then spits. Ew, what a nasty guy. Tell me about a sextant. I sell sextants for 80 gold. Want one? Gargan clears his throat. Man, you're disgusting. No. Suit thyself, Gargan sneezes. I don't want your ship. Get out of here. May thy day hath smooth sailing, the sailor starts to say, but a coughing spasm interrupts him. Let's see here. So there's all sorts of stuff. This is kind of like Skyrim, pre-Skyrim is something you guys would notice. Here's the church, except here it's called the Fellowship. The man exudes kindness and geniality. Ah, Avatar! I recognize thee at once! Word has moved through town quickly. I had heard thou wert here. Okay, cool. What's your name? My name is Clog. Oh, that's unfortunate. Job! I'm the Trinsic branch leader for the Fellowship. I work here with my wife, Ellen. Murder. Well, the man says, reflecting, I was home all night, and my wife, Ellen will certainly verify that. But, as we say in the Fellowship, worthiness precedes reward. Christopher might have done something bad. Whatever. And the poor gargoyle in ammo. 'Tis a pity. Tell me about this Fellowship. The Fellowship meets here at the branch office in Trinsic every night at 9. Thou art welcome to attend. The Fellowship is the philosophical group devoted to the teachings of a truly great man named Batlin. In the absence of the Avatar, Batlin has become a sort of spiritual father for the people of Britannia. Though his speeches and writings, he has changed the lives of many people, including my own. Tell me about Ellen. She's my wife and bookkeeper for our branch. Okay, that was boring. Tell me about Christopher. Christopher was a valued member of the Fellowship for some time. Unfortunately, we got into a petty argument last week. Okay? I do not know the gargoyle. It sounds as if he's in the wrong place at the wrong time. 'Tis a pity. Well, you sure are, words. The Fellowship advances a philosophy of sanguine cognition, a way to apply a confident order of thought to one's life. I read good. Don't nobody never say nothing otherwise. The what is called the triad of inner strength. The triad is simply three basic principles that, when applied in unison, enable one to be more creative, satisfied, and successful in life. They are strive for unity, trust thy brother, and worthiness precedes reward. Strive for unity basically means that people should cooperate and work together. Trust thy brother implies that we are all the same and that we should not hate or fear each other. Worthiness precedes reward suggests that we each strive to be worthy of that which we want out of life. Dost thou want to join? Nah, I'm fine. Oh, well, perhaps thou can become enlightened another time. Sounds like a Buddhist. I guess you can become enlightened some other time. Come back when we're open. You're terrible at your job. Argument. Last week, Christopher stated that he wanted to leave the Fellowship. Canst thou imagine? Well, we simply attempted to speak with him and alter his decision. The man verbally assaulted me and my companions with no provocation. Companions? They have gone to the Fellowship headquarters in Britain. They were here delivering Fellowship funds. Their names are Elizabeth and Abraham. Strangely religious. If there is anything else I may help thee with, Drax, let me know. Man, screw your stupid face, jerk. Let's go to the inn. So I might cheat a little, because I know how this sort of beginning part goes. But, I mean, we'll sort of, like, adventure around. See, here's incredibly rendered booze for back in the day in books. Whoops, that's me. Go away, me. Go away! There we go. The Honorable Hound, Register. Walter of Britain, Jaffe of Yew, Jenna, Aetons of Serpent's Hold. You can read books and drink beer. Like, in fact, this game you actually need to eat, and you can, like, interact with the environment. So for 1991, this game was super duper advanced. It made you feel like you were the toast of the town, even, like, looking at it. You'd be like, oh yeah, look at this. Okay, well, let's go to Christopher's house. And I happen to know where that is, so I'm not going to spend 100 years looking for it. It's right here. There's this little punk kid. Hey, punk kid. You see a boy who appears to be a young teen. He is dirty and unkempt. Gross. Get out of here, you urchin. He looks as if he's been crying, but he sits up straight and looks you sharp when he sees you. Sits up straight. He's already standing. Who art thou, and what dost thou want? You realize the boy has a sling in hand. You face the boy and tell him who you are. I'm Drax. What's up? So? What makes thee so special? I sound like a very teen boy, don't I? Boy, this is the Avatar! Upon my word, he is. He has come to help thee. Then the boy narrows his eyes, studying you. He slowly lowers his weapon, ready to act in case it is a trap. You admire the boy's obvious experience in dealing with strangers. Stranger danger! You and Spark stare at each other. He is not sure what to do. Finally, he moves his head. Alright, I believe thee. I don't think I know that his name was Spark. But whatever. Thou dost look like paintings I've seen. I'm sorry, my lord. What's your name? I've always been called Spark. What a dumb name. What's your job? I have no job. I'm only 14, so I'm just learning how to best help Father in the smithy, he says proudly. But then he suddenly realizes something which terrifies him. And now the father is dead, I'm an orphan! Whoops. Well, that stinks. Sorry to remind you about that. Sucker. Tell me about how your father was gruesomely murdered. I cannot believe Father is dead, and poor Inamo, too. It is so strange. I dreamed it was happening. Well, in a way. Last night I was having a nightmare about Father. I dreamed that he screamed and it woke me up. I looked around the house, but he was not in his bed. I was wide awake, so I went out to find him. Father was the best blacksmith in Britannia. People were always coming from everywhere to get him to make this and that. Okay, I totally believe that. Father was a blacksmith. I cannot believe that he has been murdered. He has no enemies that I know of, unless it was the Fellowship. Tell me about how you're an orphan. My mother died a long time ago. I can just barely remember her. Tell me about the gargoyle. He's a very nice gargoyle. He helped Father a lot, and I did tasks in the stables. I do not think why anyone would want to kill him. Man, my narration might be awful. Oh well, get over it. Tell me about your nightmare. I know it sounds witless, but I dreamed that a big red-faced man was watching down on everything, and he looked down, and he noticed Father. That is all I remember. No, I did not find him, at least not right away, but I did see something. Tell me about something. It was in front of the stables. I saw a man and a wingless gargoyle running from behind the building. They ran toward the dock. Then I went inside and found Father. Spark's voice falters, and he begins to sob a little. Gargoyle. I cannot tell one gargoyle from another. You racist little jerk. Actually, racism is a big thing in this game. In fact, all of Ultima 6 was kind of based on racism. It's called the False Prophet, and basically the gargoyles had a prophecy with the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom that the false prophet would like bring their species through. It's a long and interesting story, especially if you grew up with it. You like suck it in, and you're just like, oh, this is the best, and you just like rub it all over your body. Yep, it's a thing. Look it up. I could not identify him except that he had no wings. Fellowship. Well, at first they harassed Father and me when they... Oh, your grammar is terrible. Go back to school. When they came around asking us to join, I suppose they do good things. Many people like them. Father eventually joined the group after he went to Britain and took one of their tests. All I saw was that he had a hook for a right hand. Hook. Wilt thou not find man with the hook? Let me help thee, the boy pleads. His tears cease and his face takes on a determined, forceful look. Take me with thee, please! I must avenge father's death! If thou dost not take me with thee, I will follow thee anyway. The boy is all excited now. I'm an expert with a slingshot. I can strike a sewer rat with almost every shot. And I am small. I do not eat much. Please take me. Please ask me to join thee. Iolo whispers to you, I do not know about taking a child on the road with us, my lord. Suddenly, Spark lets his sling fly. His target, a small fly hovering above Iolo's head. It smacks right out of the air. You laugh as Iolo yelps, jumps away, and curses and runs his fingers through his hair. I told thee I am good. May I join? Sure, whatever. Hooray! The boy leaps with delight. I don't care about the tests. Alright, let's get some action up in this business. So, this key I picked up. Again, I'm kind of like cheating because I know what happens and what you're supposed to do. And let's read this. Thou hast received payment. Make the delivery tonight. Shady. Let's take the money. And I think I have to take this fellowship medallion, but I'm not taking the note because I don't care. And I don't want to carry around garbage because there's like a limit on stuff you can hold. So let's go talk to the ship dude again and ask him about a man with a hook. Whoops, I'm lost. Over here. Hey, disgusting shipman. You're standing on a spittoon. Yes, matey? Gargan asks, coughing. Look, he changed since last time we talked to him. Isn't that crazy? Hook! Matey, I've always seen pirates and sailors with peg legs and hooks. If thou hast seen one, thou hast seen another. But the man suddenly frowns. Now that thou dost mention it, I did see a man with a hook last night after sundown. I was leaving the ship. The shop, not ship. Haha, letters. And saw him outside. There was a wingless gargoyle with him. They were walking east. Gargan sneezes and coughs a couple of times. I told thee it was him. Shut up, Spark. Murder. Oh, well, now he's, well, he's grossing out Spark, so that's pretty cool. I think, like, you talk to the mayor, and he sort of gives you some leads. But basically, we have to go talk to the guard that was on duty. But he got beat up, so we have to go to the healers. Hey, healers! It's this guy. Whoops! You see a grumpy fellow with a bloody bandage on his head. Hey, I have not had many dealings with him. Hook. The guard thinks a moment. No, I cannot say I saw a man with a hook. Murder. It must have occurred shortly before I was knocked out. Knocked. I asked him about knocked. It was about sunrise. I was looking out to the sea. All of a sudden I felt a blow to the back of mine head. He winces in pain. Blow. The next thing I knew, I was on the ground. Johnson, the guard for the next watch, was shaking me. I had been out about 10 minutes. I knew that because the sun had just peeked over the horizon and the Crown Jewel had gone and sailed. Crown Jewel. Did I forget to say? That is a ship that was docked here all night. I believe it was about to sail for Britain. Thou canst us Gargan the shipwright to make sure. Anyway, I did not see mine attackers, the guard grumbles. Who's Johnson? He takes the morning watch. Okay, cool. Gargan. He's the blah 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 blah. Attackers. I wonder if they jumped onto the ship. They could be all the way to Britain by now. Pain. Gilberto still seems a little wobbly, but his gesture indicates that he does not desire your aid. My skull is still ringing, but I shall be all right momentarily. Fellowship. He shrugs. They're asking the wrong man. I suppose they're all right. I've never had trouble with them. Okay, well, cool. I didn't know your name was Gibalto until you did an emote, but whatever. Let's go talk to the disgusting sailor again. Do-do-do-do-do-do. A-do-do-do-do-do-do. Crown Jewel. Yes, the ship was docked overnight, he consults the log. She sailed for Britain at sunrise. I do not recall seeing anyone get on or off. He is all disgusting. Okay, stop being disgusting, please. See, and then back in the day, like, ooh, gold bar, I would totally loot that. But the problem is if they see you, they'll call the guards, and the guards will beat you up, and that sucks. And especially if you can't get out of Trinsic in the first part, then you're dead. Because you can't leave Trinsic until you sort of solve the murder. Look, a banana! And bread! And a book! My cup runneth over. By Marcine. The illustrious... Oh, okay, well, you probably had enough of me reading stuff, so, you know. Alright, let's wander. Alright. I think... Let me think, is there anything else? Let's investigate the blacksmith. It is over... Oh my goodness, this music brings back such memories. Okay, no, that's not the blacksmith. I feel like the blacksmith is over here somewhere. Somewhere around... Here it is! That is the red-faced man. If I had watched the intro with you, he comes out and he talks to me. He's basically the guy Spark saw in his dream, and he's like the main antagonist. He does things because the Guardians are a jerk. Let's wander. Oh, let's wander around. And you're supposed to be all spooked out and freaked up. Here's a bunch of clothes. Don't really care. There's an iron bar. Some pennies on the ground. 8 gold coins, you better believe I'm taking that nonsense. Spark, your dad doesn't need it anymore. We got bills to pay. Like feeding your ugly face. Well, this place is a friggin' super mess. What is this? Just like sawdust. Well, that was fun. Okay, let's go talk to that jerk mayor. Jerktown. Hey, jerk mayor. Where are you? Hast thou properly searched the stables? Yep. And what did thou find? A key. Ask Spark about it. He may know something. A crime like this has never happened in Trinsic before. Oh, come on now. Trinsic has been around for a long time. I cannot believe this happened to Christopher and Anamo. Please, explore the town. I would appreciate it if thou wouldst bring me a report of thy progress. Be sure to ask everyone in town about the murder. After speaking with Christopher's son, thou mightest next want to speak to Gibraltar, the guard on watch at the dock last night. See, he kind of points you to it. But I already knew that, so... The mayor hesitates, then leans in to speak quietly. Actually, I have seen something like this before. It was about 4 years ago in Britain. I'd like to do my report, please. Art thou ready to answer some questions concerning the investigation? I sure am. Very well. What was Christopher's occupation? He was a barkeep. Just kidding, it's a blacksmith. What didst thou find at the murder site? A key. What did the key open? A chest. What didst thou find in the chest? All of these. Dost thou have a suspect? Yes. What does the villain look like? Hook. Any leads on finding this villain? The crown jewel. The mayor is pleased. It seems that thou art pursuing thine investigation with genuine fervor. Methinks thou shouldst go to Britain and see if thou canst find this man with a hook. Here is half of thy reward money. Thou wilt receive the rest when thou dost prove that the killer hath been brought to justice. The mayor hands you 100 gold coins. Dost thou need the password? Yes. Before I give thee the password, I must admit I have my doubts that thou art truly being the Avatar. I must ask thee to indulge me in order to satisfy my somewhat suspicious nature. I shall ask thee a few questions regarding the geography of Britannia. Please answer with the number of the longitude and latitude of thy cloth map. Remember, longitude refers to the lines that run north and south. They are determined by the numbers at the bottom of the map. Latitude refers to the lines that run east to west. They are determined by the numbers on the left side of thy map. If thy questions are answered correctly, then I shall cast aside all my doubts. What longitude runs through the center of the island in Buccaneer's Den? Okay, so this part, we have to actually, like, whoop. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. One second. One second. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Messed something up. Basically, what we have to do here is there's back in the day, their anti-piracy method was to have this booklet that had these answers and that sort of thing. If you download it from GOG, it'll actually come with that, but I'm going to pull the stuff from the interwebs. So, one moment here. Let's see. Okay, so Buccaneer's Den. Excuse me, Mayor. Oh, there we go. Okay, so Buccaneer's Den. 60. What latitude runs through the center of the deep forest? 60. What longitude runs through the island of Terfin? 120. Excellent. I have no doubt that thou art the one true avatar. Oh, I almost forgot. The password to leave or enter this town is Blackbird. Huzzah! Do 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 do. Alright, so we made it. So let's go. Let's go adventuring, guys. This place is Dump Town. So we're on our way to Britannia. I'm opening this. What's the password? Blackbird. Don't even care, bro. Oh no, more rain. Oh, Chinese fire drill. I used to always buy this, but it can kind of be a pain in the butt. Maybe one day.
That is the proper direction to travel, Avatar.
Come view the passion play. Will the fellowship entertain thee? Do 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 do. No one get poisoned. Do 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 do. I shouldn't sing because I probably won't get the sync up right. So, you know, it'll cause sadness and problems. So let's wander this way. And here are a bunch of hobos. Let's talk to them because they're fun. You see a beggar. You cannot tell from the look on his face whether he's about to laugh or cry. What is your name? My name is Finn, my lord. What's your job? He looks away from you shamefully. I have none, my lord. None. I used to be a farmer in more prosperous times. I used to work with Comor and Merrick. Comor? He is my best friend and the bravest man I know. Oh, please, thou art making mine eyes leak. Merrick. Merrick joined the fellowship so he could live in their shelter, the poor sod. Shelter? Humph! If thou art so fortunate as to want to live there, thou wouldst do better in the corner with Cormer and I. Wait, isn't your name Corner? Cormer? Something. No, wait, he said he worked with Cormer and Merrick. Whatever. Here, have some money. Wilt thou give me a bit of money? Sure. How much? Have 3 gold. Thank thee, my lord. Whatever. Good fortune to ye, my lord. Do 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 do. Let's come in here. Hey, buddy. Nah, we're actually going to Britain. We're almost there. Do 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 do. So whenever you die, you come here. This is the fellowship shelter that he was just talking about. And there's some cool stuff in here, and there's like an investigation and all sorts of stuff. And there's a baby that you can put like a diaper and all sorts of cool stuff. There's all sorts of cool stuff you can interact with. And there's also letters and that you can translate, except not this one. That one's written in actual English, but they're runes that I've learned. Pretty cool, I know. Don't be jealous. And here we are in Britain. And that says Britain. B-R-I-T-A-I-N. Huzzah! Are we there yet? Shut up, whoever said that. Oh, music changed. Here's the museum that you often rob for all sorts of stuff. Thy old relics are here! She's the curator. This is Lord British, and these are the lenses that you read the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom. And that's an important thing. And these are all important things, and those are all important things. Everything's an important thing. The bodies of Zog, earliest Britannian fossil. Woo! So that's fun. And that flashing is thunder. Very cool. And it's like raining or snowing or something. Here's the Bretonnian Mint, very important, because there's a guard walking in front of it. And here we are at Lord British's castle. So we will end it here. Thank you for joining me for the first of hopefully many videos on the Avatar and our adventures here. I'm Draxxinusam, you've been fantastic, and this has been Ultima 7. We'll see you here next time, gamers. You have a good one.